This is a teardown of a Cisco Telepresence Touch 10 model TTC5-09, and it's basically some sort of little Android tablet to run a teleconferencing setup. At least I'm guessing it's Android based. Could be proprietary software for all I know. But got two screws under the feet there. And just take a quick look here. I think those are the only things holding this together. Tripod. See if I can get in there with Spudger. It's very strong. I was thinking maybe I could also twist it and get it to split apart, but that is not the case. Looks like somebody tried opening it though before me. There we go. Fingernails are thin enough. Just gotta get under there, and it says snap fit. Although they're thin enough, I don't think they're strong enough to get that corner out. Let's see here if we can pop this corner. There we go. I think oops, got it. It just popped itself back together. Corners are always hell. Oh man, there we go. I have a feeling this back plate, yeah, it's just a mount. Oh, that's interesting. I think that's a speaker there. There's just some little spring pins that touch the contacts on the board. Also, this cover that I didn't remove was for a micro USB port. Otherwise, this stand is just plastic. From the looks of it, some metal hinges. Not much to see on the back. Alright, now we'll move the button board. Just trying to figure out, I think this might be adhesive down, yeah, it's stuck down with adhesive. Nothing really to see there, some buttons, some, maybe not. I was going to say some indicator LEDs, but those just appear to be diodes and capacitors and resistors. There's some openings there, but I don't know. Oh no, that's not see-through. No, it's not see-through. There's nothing there in this one. Maybe for a different design. Buttons fell out. Little display cable here for the touchscreen. And this is the digitizer connection for the touchscreen. Come on. There's the controller chip for it. Quite the impressive heatsink on here. It looks like there's a little daughter board for the processor. Oh, missed a screw. Probably need to unscrew the heatsink as well. Nice little piece of extruded aluminum. Cool, the processor. Can't tell if I can get these screws loose or if something else is holding me in. There we go. There's the back of the display assembly. A little bit of part number shown there. Unfortunately, the front is fused to the back support plates, so I'm not gonna be able to see more than that without breaking the glass and cracking the touchscreen open. But anyhow, oh, screws going everywhere. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see if I can wipe this off, make it readable. So from the looks of it, this half of the board here is all power delivery. Probably power conversion for the PoE input. I don't believe, yeah, this is PoE only, I think. Yeah. So all this is doing the power conversion for the presumably 48 volt PoE coming in from your network cable. And got a little daughter board there with a Nanya chip on it. I can't read that through the camera. NT6TL128T 64BR-C0. Interesting. Doesn't look like it's flash storage, but oh, I suspect it's the main processor because we got some Micron memory there, or flash. I'm not sure. That's probably memory. Nothing on the back of the board really. So yeah, some sort of Texas Instruments chip that my darn camera won't focus on. Yeah, let's just zoom in. Maybe I can get it to work. Oh. Wow, I can't even read that. That's even smaller. I don't know what the hell. Oops, where'd it go? No clue what's engraved on there. It's so tiny. Jeez. Some more chips. Coil pack for the network jack. I don't think I showed the writings on the mic. Oh, nope, I had right way up. We'll switch there. Guessing that's like a reset switch to factory default or something. And it's probably some sort of controller chip related to. Oh well, actually no, it's. I can't tell where the traces are going. I was gonna say maybe that's related to the micro USB port, but I don't know. But otherwise, that's really all there is to see. So hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.